Good morning, guys. Dior's here. I've only got a couple minutes prior to going into work, but watching a video, actually several videos from John's Prepared Mind channel, it's got me thinking about quite a bit, quite a few things. But the one mainly being about if only the people knew, okay? I feel like I'm the only one, or very least I feel like I'm a minority of the few people who know. You know, the corruption, the nonsense that this government has forced it over us, okay? And we're stuck with the bill, too. We're stuck with the bill. You know, at one point in time, this is prior to the establishment of the Federal Reserve in 1913, which I need to remind some of you, like I said, some of you guys who might be new to my channel, that the Federal Reserve is not a government entity. It is a private banking entity. Okay? Private. After the establishment of the Federal Reserve is when the income tax was established. At one point in time, it was 1%. Okay? Now, if you look back at the Constitution, there's nowhere in the Constitution does it say that individuals are required to pay an income tax. Corporations, companies are required to pay a tax, but individuals are not. I think what the taxes now are average of about 30%, 25, we'll say between 20 and 25 on the extreme low end of the tax spectrum, to about 40, maybe 45% on the high end. And the other thing too is, like, employers are legally required to automatically take the taxes, the income taxes, out of the individual's pay. If we only knew, with the amount of spending, the amount of money, the deficit spending, the money that's wasted every year by the federal government, and the compounding interest on the debt that we already owe to the Federal Reserve, the $22 trillion, which, mind you, you cannot quantify that. That's a lot of freaking money. You couldn't count to that even in your lifetime, okay? If you were to sit there and do a countdown, you couldn't count down to that amount. It would take too long. You would die. But if only we knew. Because at one point in time prior to all this, at the beginning of this whole income tax, individuals were required to take money out of, like I said, take their own money, set it aside for taxes, so the tax collector could collect the taxes at the end of the year. Well, at some point in time down the line, employers were later told that they had to automatically take the taxes out. If we were back in the old system where we took the taxes out of our own checks and we knew where the money was getting spent, I guarantee you a lot of people, in fact, just about everyone in the United States, would stop paying their taxes if we only knew where this money was going. Put that in perspective. Like I said, that's just the tip of the iceberg where the corruption starts. All the bureaucratic nonsense, all these unnecessary bureaucratic, these government social programs, all this stuff. Unnecessary, but yet we're forced to pay into it. Something to think about. Just a little thought of mine, and I'm going to go ahead and head on to work. You guys have yourselves a good one. I'm Dior's, and I am out. Bye-bye.